So what we've got here is kind of a hodgepodge of things that we're gonna go ahead and freeze dry. We've got some pizza that is just leftover, 2 different pizzas that's equivalent to about 1 medium pizza. And then picked up these pickles, which you'll notice are quite a bit thicker than standard hamburger dill pickles. And we're gonna give those a try. Those are Farmer's Garden by Vlasic. There's also some carrots and stuff in there, and we're just going to go ahead and throw those on the tray and freeze dry those as well. And then just to round out the trays, so because I know those 2 jars of pickles aren't going to take up 3 trays, we're just going to throw in some random saltwater taffy for kicks. So let's get these on the trays and get them in the freezer. Okay, so I was able to get both jars of pickles, and these are pretty thick pickles, onto a single tray, which is great, but I had to leave out the carrots. So we're not doing any pickled carrots this time. We're just going straight pickled cucumbers, and and these are not frozen. So the last time we did pickles, well, every time we've done pickles before this, we've pre-frozen them. So we're not going to mix frozen and pre-frozen stuff. We're just going to go ahead and stick these in the freeze dryer. And then we're going to load up some taffy and get that in there and get it on. Okay, so this is the last tray for this particular batch, and we just loaded it up with some taffy. If you haven't seen the previous taffy freeze drying, notice that there's a lot of space between these. And that's because they're effectively sugar and water, and they're going to puff up quite a bit, and the texture is going to be entirely different by the time we're done. So we didn't quite use up that particular bag of, or a couple of bags of taffy. Got a few more pieces here, but we're going to get this in the freeze dryer and get it cooling. Okay, so we're fixing to start a batch, and again, this batch is not frozen, so we've got leftover pizza from 2 different pizzas. Thin crust Domino's is what that is. And we've got the pickles. These are really thick pickles, and they are not frozen currently, so we're gonna freeze them in the freeze dryer. And then we've got some assortments of saltwater taffy on the top 2 trays. So, okay, get this installed. Close the door, close the drain valve, and then we're going to press the start button. Okay, it is not frozen. All right, drain valve's closed. And away it goes. Okay, so just over 19 hours is what it says. So we're gonna let the vacuum off and check these and see if they need more time. All right. Ta-da! Let's see. Pizza is no mystery. We know this works really good. It's done. Now these pickles, these are the thicker pickles, and it's going to be really interesting to see how they turned out. I mean, they're definitely completely freeze dried, for sure. Let's taste. I breathed in some of the powder when I crunched into it. I mean, they're still a little on the salty side in a big aftertaste part, but it's pretty good, actually. So I'm gonna bag these up and give these away as gifts. Wow. Salty pickly powder. All right, these certainly puffed up, I can tell. And these are the saltwater taffy. These are also going to be gifts. We got a lot more taffy to do coming into the Christmas season just to give away to people because they're kind of cool. And let's see how this upper tray really puffed up. I'm going to make sure these have plenty of space when you put them on the tray. So they all look really pretty good. And they're definitely done. So let's give you an idea of what these look like. Crunchy. All right, we're gonna get all this bagged up. So we've got everything out, and we started the defrost cycle on the freeze dryer. And so now we're just gonna get these bagged up. That'll easily fit in a Harvest Right bag, and I'll probably put the pickles in some smaller bags, and then we'll just get this stuff going. So there's still plenty of room left in this bag, and because the pizza is kind of hard and pokey, I try and load the bag. First off, use these thicker Harvest Right bags for the pizza, and then put the smooth side of the pizza, so the bottom of the crust, to the outside so that the pizzas are all facing in. So on one side, hopefully that makes sense to you what I'm saying. That way the freeze-dried sausage and other parts of the toppings aren't potential poking hazards to put holes in the bag. So, I mean, that's the thought anyway, is just keep the smooth sides toward the bag and keep the pieces facing each other. So anyway, we're gonna put an oxygen absorber in here and get this sealed up in the sealer. And it's that easy. We'll get it labeled, and we'll do that in a minute. And now we're gonna move on to the other stuff. So this is the final packaging process, and these made great gifts to give away to people at Christmas. So I hope you give this a try and have some luck with it. We'll keep working on the pickles and maybe do a video just on pickles and see if we can get them even less saltier. So thanks for watching today, and if you haven't subscribed, take a minute and hit the subscribe button. Make sure to click the bell and select the options so that you get notifications every time we update content here on the channel. I am active on Instagram and Snap, and sometimes on Snap you get a little bit of a preview of things that are going on. So check those out, and remember, when you can, get up, get out, live a little. See ya. So we're going to give it a shot, and the way that I prefer them is salt and pepper. And so we're going to just give them maybe we'll just do one side. This is pink Himalayan salt and fresh ground pepper.